5 reasons you don't feel confident in your writing. Hi, my name is Lisa Hill. I am a USA Today bestselling author and a story clarity coach. If you want more tips on how to write a story that hooks readers and finish that rough draft, make sure and hit that follow button. So if you are not feeling really uber confident about the story that you've written or are writing, then I'm going to give you some reasons for why that is. Number 1, you don't know where you're going with it. I get that when you first start writing your book, you probably don't know what the ending is, or at least don't know how to fill in the entire story. That's normal. But until you figure out where you're going with it and are really confident about that, you're not going to feel confident that what you're writing is, good. So you need to figure out where you're going with it, and that will do loads for upping your confidence. Reason number 2 is that you probably don't understand your inner character transformation. Fiction is all about transformation and the emotions that come along with that transformation. And if you do not have your character transformation really sturdily nailed down, you're not going to have confidence in your story because you can sense that something is lacking. The third reason you may not feel confident in what you're writing is that you don't fully understand what your characters are feeling, and particularly in each scene. You need to understand how they're feeling, how that changes throughout the scene, and what that leads to in the plot, okay? If you don't understand the true feelings of the character in any given moment in your story, then you don't truly understand their motivations. And if those things aren't clear to you, they're not going to be clear to your reader, and that's why you're not feeling very much confidence in what you're writing. Reason number 4 that you aren't very confident is that you are not feeling the character catharsis yourself. And therefore, you have no confidence that your reader will feel it because you don't feel it, right? So you need to learn how to actually take the story and the reader to catharsis. And what that means is that you need to be able to show the transformation, as I've already talked about, and the emotion. So we talk about the climax as the high point of the plot, but the catharsis is the high point of the internal arc. And if you don't know how to create that or what it is for your character or how to communicate it on the page, once again, you are sensing that there is something lacking in your story. Even if you don't consciously know what it is, it just doesn't feel like it's all there, right? And therefore, your confidence about it goes out the window. The 5th and final reason you may not be feeling very confident about your story is that you don't know how to edit to make it more emotional. Very often when we're first writing, we slip into a lot of amateur mistakes like passive voice and weak sentences, and that's totally normal to do that. But until you learn how to edit that out so that your story sounds very professional and evokes a lot of emotion, we're talking editing the scenes for emotion, the sentences, even the very words, and of course descriptions, we're not going to really feel confident that our prose is professional and readable to the reader.